Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to add separate chapter headings for individual chapters in a Word document. So let's say you're working on a book and you want to have the headers at the top and you want them to match each one of your chapters. So when people scroll through the book, the header information at the top will actually be the chapter name. Alright, so this could be a bit tricky in Word, and if you've done this before, you might have noticed that when you make these chapter headers, you'll end up with, chapter 3 header being on chapter 4, or chapter 5 header showing up on chapter 1, and that type of thing. So it could get very aggravating if you tried to mess with this before. So we're going to show you the way to do this, and hopefully it'll work out for you. Okay, so we have this Word document here in a book format. So we have our chapter headers. So if you are going to be making like a table of contents, obviously you want to have these be formatted properly. So how you do that, you just select it, right click on it, go to paragraph, and then change the level. So this is level 1 since it's a main chapter header. And then you have your subcategories here. And if you highlight these will be level 2. So you need to do that if you're going to be having your table of contents like you see up here. So level 1 and level 2. All right, so one other thing you might want to check as well from the Home tab here is turn on the paragraph markers. And if you have anything like section breaks here, these could cause problems. So you won't see these unless you turn on the paragraph markers here. So you might want to click on them and delete them because they could mess with your chapter headings. All right, so once you have those figured out, all you need to do is go to each chapter heading here, put your mouse cursor next to it, go to Layout, go to Breaks, and choose Next Page under Section Breaks. And it's going to give it its own separate page, so it'll keep everything separated for you. So then you just go down to the next one here, Breaks, Next Page. So let's just do this real quick. All right, so once you have that done, if you just go back up to your first chapter here, what I like to do is just copy it here, double click, do a paste special, so it's just plain text. And then what you also want to do is uncheck this section here for link to previous, because you want to keep each one its own separate chapter here. So then we just go here, same thing. See how it kind of puts the chapter header from the last one? That's when you need to come here and do this and unlink it to the previous. And then also while you're here too, if you need to change your header spacing, let's say you want to bump it up a little bit, you could do that as well. And then same for the footers if you're using page numbers. And then once you're done, you should have your chapter headers throughout each chapter here, 5 and so on. All right, so I will say this works for the most part, but I'm not going to say it's absolutely perfect because I've still found even when you do this, sometimes it gets mixed up and you have to kind of go through and redo a chapter header. And then I seriously suggest that you check every single page after you do this to make sure things didn't get messed up, because I've also seen, this is chapter 5, it'll say chapter 5 on each one, and then you'll get to another page and all of a sudden it'll say a different chapter number, so you really got to proof your work after doing that. But anyway, so that's the basic method to do so. So just have your paragraph set if you're going to be using a table of contents. And it also helps to keep things organized here. And then just go to the starting of each chapter, layout, breaks, next page. And then you could just double click and put in your chapter header. Make sure you uncheck link to previous for each one, because if you forget one, it's going to mess you up. You're going to have to come through and fix it. All right, so hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully it works out for you. So give it a shot and see if it does. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.